I'm doing alright myself. Haven't done a whole lot today. I went to the store, and yes, I did get the SNES Classic. So I went this morning, like I said I was going to. I went there just before they opened, about 10 minutes actually. And I would have been the first in the line, except I didn't realise that people were going to start queuing up. Because when I got there was nobody there. So I sat on the bench not far away from the store just waiting for it to open because I didn't want to. I had to walk up a hill to get up to the store, so I was like, yeah, I want to sit down for a couple minutes. Then I saw one guy standing there, then I saw two people, then three, then four, and I was like, okay, better get up and just stand in queue. So yeah, I managed to get a SNES Classic. I had the pre-order, so it was pretty much secure from the beginning, but again, because of the way Nintendo kind of makes people go into a frenzy with how difficult the NES Classic was to obtain, I couldn't help but feel like I should have been in queue anyway, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, we did go in, and oh, by the way, fun fact: when the doors opened, I think I was like the eighth person in queue. Like there was 7 people in front of me. One of them was a mother and child, by the way. But here's something fun that happened when the doors opened. Like we all went in in an orderly fashion, but just before I got to the door, this other guy, slightly younger than me, fucking cut in front of me, and he was behind me in the queue. So yeah, fun that he would do that. I mean, it's not like that's not good. That's not common sense not to do that. But okay, thank you for doing that, Dick. Anyways, I got the SNES Classic, and quite appropriately, you see that picture there of me playing. Well, not playing, but holding a SNES controller. And yes, we're going to finally do this. I briefly tested it out earlier, and actually, just before we start, I know you want me to start, but I've got to share this with you. Let me see if I can grab the picture. Did I save this picture locally? I don't think I did. I need to quickly obtain this from, I think I sent it to someone over on Telegram. Yeah, here we go. Let me just quickly save this and then put it onto OBS, because I need to show you this, because it's not a huge deal, but it kind of bothers me that they did this with the UK version of the SNES Classic. So as you know, the SNES Classic runs on USB, and it's like a little, you get like an adapter that plugs it into like the socket to USB. And the US consoles come with those adapters, but the UK console does not come with one for some reason. So yeah, this is on the box. AC adapter is not included. See on the back for details. So as if paying £80 for this plug and play system wasn't enough, they want you to spring an extra fucking £5 on a phone charger. Fuck off. Although in my case it's not that big a deal. Like I plugged it into the PC, multiple USB hub, and it works just fine. So it's annoying for casual, like people who buy it casually just to hook up to the TV. They need to make that one extra expense. So yeah, minor annoyance. Doesn't affect me a whole lot, but it affects, pretty much affects anyone who needs to put it to their TV and doesn't have a USB port free. Anyways, without further ado, let's just turn this on. You'll hear a beep there because it's interfacing with the USB to power on, and there we go. I've adjusted the layout slightly so that the chat's kind of out of the way, because once the game starts it's in 4x3, so it shouldn't overlap the game too much, I hope. Also, I love this music. I don't know if this is the same music that's in the NES Classic, probably not. Like, I don't have an NES Classic, because of course you can't. Controller feels really nice as well. Like, I tested Super Mario World with it earlier. In fact, I've got a save thing there. I'll briefly just show you how easy it is to get into the game. Like, you just start and then that's it. And then if you press the reset button on the console, it takes you back to the menu. But what if you make a mistake? Like, what if you do this? Like, you've probably seen this, but say you do that, and then you do, like, just say you run into an enemy. Reset, and press the X button, I think? Yeah, it's X. Let's fast forward to that part. So yeah, we're pretty much back here again, and then we can just continue from there. So yeah, it's kind of a neat feature. I don't think the NES Classic did that. Funnily enough, I was doing that, like, I was testing it out and I was like, I want to play Street Fighter for 5 minutes, and I fucking save scummed, like, I save scummed / rewind scummed past fucking CPU Ryu, like the one who spams the Hadokens non-stop, and I managed to beat him eventually just by doing that. So yeah. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for Star Fox. Stair fixed temperatures. So I played this when I was younger. This used to be a rental game, and I think I played it on an emulator once since, in my late teens, I think, so about a decade ago. But that was a really long time ago, and I've never, I don't think I've ever beaten this game, truth be told. Because I remember Venom being fucking really hard. And like I said, I think I said this yesterday, like I said, you would think, oh, it's because you're young and not experienced the games. But then I got Star Fox 64 and I was able to beat that quite easily. So yeah, maybe this game is a lot harder than Star Fox 64. Also, even though this is the PAL version, the European version of the SNES Classic, they've actually put Star Fox in the title, which is cool. Because for people who don't know, this game had a different title in Europe due to a copyright trademark thing in Europe. It was called Starwing. And I think it was like a German company called Star Vox with a V. So they were like, we better not name this Star Fox, let's change the name. So yeah, it's cool that like copyright has sort of expired and they can put the Star Fox name back in. So I'm probably going to do more than one playthrough of this because there's like multiple paths and shit, plus I might get a game over. Just going to test the controls. See, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the inverted or the regular like pivot thing. I'm just getting a feel for it. Yeah, I think I like the inverted one better. Inverted Y-axis feels more natural. See, when I was a kid, I couldn't wrap my mind around like the inverted Y-axis. Like, it didn't feel natural to me because I was always in the mindset that up is up and down is down. But as you get older, you start to realise why it's like that, because it's meant to be like a flight stick sort of thing. Like, you pull back to go up. So, what's the difference between A and B? Blaster. Yeah, I think I would... Let me just see the bit differences. Yeah, I think I would rather use... Yeah, I'm going to use Control B actually. I would rather have brake on Y. Oh, hang on a sec. They left the slowdown for the underclock of the Super FX in. Yeah, I don't know if that's for authenticity's sake. It would be cool if they remade the game in this, like, kind of like what they did with WarioWare Smooth Moves, where in 9Volt's minigame, when you get to the boss fight, it's basically a remake of Corneria, just with the retro graphics, but in 60 frames per second and with polygons. Like, I wish they would do that, but for the whole game, like, that would be pretty cool. Like, if they'd made that, and then put it on the eShop for like $5, I would buy that in a heartbeat. Right, so let's do this. So, which is the easiest path? Oh wait a minute, it tells you there, level 1. This is level 3, and that's level 2. Right, so Asteroid, Space Armada, something, and then Venom. Cornelia the base. Star Fox team or last resort is to counterattack Venom with 2 exclamation marks. Good luck!
Good luck.
Yeah.
Emergency, 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 emergency. Incoming enemy fighters. Prepare for launch.
Apparently the voice samples there are by one of the dev team members. They just sort of did it off the cuff and then just left it in. And then the rest of it is just like gibberish speak. So yeah, the game runs like... Of course, by today's standards... Oh fuck, I'm pretty used to bomb. By today's standards, the frame rate is like piss poor, but... Obviously you've got to go into this realising that this was like 1994? 1993? So this was really revolutionary for the SNES back then. The fact that you could do this without any additional add-ons, unlike a certain other console at the time. Ow. So you're gonna prepare for me to die a few times because I'm gonna suck at this. Like, I didn't actually I tested the SNES Classic, but I haven't actually played this yet, so I haven't had a feel for it yet. Like, for me, Star Fox 64 is basically my shit. Like, I'm super familiar with that game. This game is almost blind for me. Don't be so greedy, I'll be what I want. I'm Star Fox, motherfucker. So, apparently the Star Fox 2 ROM from the SNES Classic already got dumped, so... If people here didn't get the SNES Classic, they could just fucking download that ROM and just play it on an emulator if they really wanted to. I mean, I'm not advocating it, but if you wanted to, the option's there. And honestly, I wouldn't blame you. I just wanted the SNES Classic for the novelty. Plus, it's kind of nice to have something that's like, well, I've got all these games legally and shit. It's kind of a nice feeling. I don't remember if this game deflects the lasers if you do the barrel roll, or is that just Star Fox 64 that does that? So much dithering. Yeah, that's kind of how they got around like the limited colours and shit on this. Speaking of name changes, like Starwing, the 64 game, does anyone outside the UK know what that title is? Like, I'm just asking if you know that. Incoming enemy. Oh, so this one I don't think you can charge the laser like 64. See, I'm so used to 64. By comparison. Star Fox 64? Nope, that's not what it's called. So this is pretty much one of the bosses from the 64 game. Like, they really did rehash this for the most part. At least the first level anyway. Like, isn't this like the secret boss in the Cornelia level in 64, where you go the alternative path? Whereas if you go the regular path, it's like the all-range mode boss. There we go, that's the first level finished. Yep, the Star Fox 64 was called the Lilac Wars. It's a really weird name. Like, I was used to calling it that way back then. I don't know when the copyright for Star Vox expired, but it was sometime between that and Star Fox Adventures. because Star Fox Adventures was actually called that when it came out here. So by that point, all future games, including ports and Virtual Console versions, were renamed back to Star Fox. Meteor's the last one after Armada. Right, Andros forces intend to build a base in this area. Destroy their rock crusher.
Good luck.
You know, instead of destroying the rock crusher, shouldn't we wait until they use the rock crusher to clear the area and then kill them? At least then we get a bunch of free real estate that we could use ourselves to make our own base. I think when they start building their base, that's when you've waited too long, you know? Also, I don't know how they switch back to... Like, it just switched to first person automatically. I don't know if that's for the entire level or if you can change that. I remember there's like a secret in this level, like if you destroy all the red meteors, I think. So I'm gonna try for it, but I don't know if I'll get all of them. Okay, I probably won't get all of them. Yeah, I think I missed a couple. Wait, is that how it works? Is it those asteroids you destroy, or is it something else? Use bombs wisely. So, joking aside, how many frames does this game actually run? Like, does anyone have that information on hand? But I'm guessing somewhere between 10 and 15, but I really couldn't tell you. Also, I might not read the chat too much since I'm like kinda focused in this like first person mode. It's kinda difficult to do both. But I can look at the chat now for a second. Yeah, there's a slot machine boss, I remember that. Like, that was in one of the warp areas. If I recall, that's the warp area where you can't actually get back out, which is kinda funny. Is this not the thing that you shoot at to get the portal? There's something about one of the asteroids, I think, that you shoot until it like, explodes or something, and then you get access to the warp area. $15 max, dips regularly. Right, okay. Also, it turns out select is the button that switches perspective. I think I'm going to play the rest of the game like this actually, in third person mode. It was kind of fun to check first person, only because the game sort of put it on me, like, gave it to me. Nice. Again, you've got to use them bombs wisely. There we go. You're in the wrong level for the portal, it's the bottom path. Right, okay. At least in this game, Slippy isn't actually annoying.
Fox, get this guy off me! Ah, I'm hit!
Like, I think Slippy is just the most annoying character in the entire series, like from Star Fox 64 onwards. Like, he's never been a character that's gelled with me, like, in terms of personality. Like, he just comes off as super annoying. I mean, maybe that was the intent, like he was some sort of like he was a master inventor, but he was also like a socially awkward type, I guess, but it was still annoying to me. Right, Space Armada consists... Is it Armada or Armada? Or I think it's Armada. Right, it consists of powerful battleships destroy their energy cores.
Good luck.
Pepe looks so much younger here. Yeah. Oh, come on. Nope, we don't want that again. That's one of the reasons why I hated the direction the Star Fox series went once Star Fox Adventures happened. Like, I never liked the idea of, like, time progressing to the point where at least one of the characters started to age a bit. Like, apparently Pepe was already fairly old, like, according to the lore, because he was, like, an ex-Star Fox. Like, he was an ex-member of the original Star Fox team before one of the members betrayed them, and then, like, Fox's father, like, disappeared, and then the new team gets formed. So he's, like, the only veteran member. And I guess that makes sense that he's older, but after Star Fox 64, he becomes a fucking old fart, and it really annoys me. Like, right there, like, if you've never seen Star Fox Adventures, watch the opening cutscene that introduces the Star Fox team. And he's literally doing the old man skit where it's like, "You young kids and your music, turn it down!" It really fucking pisses me off that they did that to him. I'm glad that Star Fox Zero, as flawed as that game might be, actually retconned all of that and went back to the original lore, like, from the start. I would like for Nintendo to sort of just continue from Star Fox Zero and then just sort of not advance time again. Whoa, 5 frames per second, much. I have to say, this game is still, like, even though it chugs like crazy, it's still a lot of fun to play. Like, it's very responsive, all things considered. It's quite a technical achievement for the SNES. There's the checkpoint. Also, why was a wireframe there for a second? Did I have like a power-up? I wasn't paying attention to that. You're killing Pepe? Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the chat. Oh shit. It's one of these segments. Ah. Don't want to break a wing. I think you can break wings in this, I'm not sure. I know that in the in Star Fox 64, sorry, you can break your wings. Yeah, let's barrel roll at 5 frames per second. Ow. Did I kill Pepe, or is he still around? I don't know if I actually accidentally offed him there. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to play this for. Like, I'm not going to do multiple paths tonight. I'm going to see if I can beat one path. I'll maybe give it 2 attempts if I get a game over on my first attempt. Otherwise, if I do beat the first attempt, then I'll just go straight to Star Fox 2. It's not a particularly long game, mind you, but it's one of those games where the difficulty gives you the replayability. It's like, you keep failing, you gotta try and get better. Ah, fuck, I thought that was like a sideways thing. Oh. Oh, come on, I want that ring. Oh, that's right, there's a boss inside this, isn't there? Like, the boss is inside the ship. Whoa, that angle though. I completely forgot this cinematic where the camera just goes all sorts of weird angles. Just for added effect. Yeah, that's right, there's a boss inside this room. It's like the fucking supernova from Kirby. Also, no boss music for some reason. It literally is just supernova. Ah. Oh fuck. Also haven't picked up any bombs, so I can't use any right now. Look at the state of me right now, like I can barely keep steady because of that one wing that's broken. Right, this time. Nope. It's actually kind of hard to hit. There we go. So, is that boss normally... Does that boss normally not have music in it? Or did I just glitch the game? Either way, I survived at least. I didn't die. Great shot, kid, 1 in a million. Is that a Star Wars quote? 99%, nice. That's like how many enemies I've killed, right? So almost got all of them that time. Right, we're almost there. Battle-based meteor. Be sure to use your retros if you're going too fast. Oh, that's the brakes, isn't it?
Good luck.
Use the brakes.
Yeah, I haven't actually been... Oh, I haven't actually been using the boost or the brakes all that much. Right, that's the boost. And that's the brakes. Just making sure I know which is which. This game's got pretty good music as well, actually. So are we on the actual meteor? There we go. Oh fuck. That draw distance though, crap. I might actually die here. Nice. Again, I'll probably not respond to the chat too much, just because it gets particularly intensive. Oh, fuck. See what I mean? I'll read it between certain moments. Like when I get a chance to. Oh. Fuck. Oh, well, you can pause it at least. Let's see. Yeah, no new messages, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Free bomb. Oh, you remember yesterday I talked about that Nintendo Super Mario World interview with the weird ass Yoshi face with the beak? Well, I don't know if this is from the same interview, but apparently today there's been news breaking that there's been this interview with a developer for Super Mario World, and they basically confirmed that when Mario is making Yoshi spit his tongue out to eat things, he's actually punching him in the back of the fucking head. So he's not like pointing forward like he's trying to symbol him to sort of shoot his tongue at the enemy, like he's actually punching him in the head. Fucking, my god, Matt Pat was right. He was right all along, guys. It's no longer a game theory, it's a game fact. Probably should have saved that bomb till the arm started turning orange. Oh. Oh fuck. Didn't react to that. One more hit, I think, or two more hits. Ah, fuck. First death.
Fox, no!
That's what they do in Star Fox 64, isn't it? Where they shout no. Start back from the checkpoint no, so I've got to go through the second half of the level to get to that boss again. Let's hope I don't break a wing until I get... Let's hope I don't break a wing between now and then. Yoshi has a pain sprite when you hit him in the head. Yeah, that's kinda true. Like, for a long time people were sort of... Like, they were theorising, is he actually hitting him in the head, or is it just like, nah, he's like pointing? Like, because the pained expression happens so briefly that you could just argue, well, it's maybe just him, like, prepping his... Like, he's just sort of prepping his tongue to sort of stretch out. Like, he's sort of tilting his head back a little bit before he's pushed his head forwards. Like, because Nintendo being Nintendo and being this like kid-friendly company for the most part, you would think, oh well, surely they designed that so that Mario isn't actually harming Yoshi. He's just pointing forward and Yoshi's just obeying his commands. So that just kind of blows my mind that they just went out and said, nope, he's actually punching him in the head. I think I got this. Not landing my bombs very well though. There we go. Mario's even crueler in Yoshi's Safari. It's one thing for the player to shoot the back of the head, but every single stage Mario shoots Yoshi for fun. Yeah, that's true. I do remember that. Like, Mario just gets enjoyment out of making Yoshi scared. Cat face percent. Oh, extra life, nice. I didn't know this game had extra lives. Right, here we go. What was that? I noticed a twinkling star there for a second, I don't know what that was. Actually, I'm gonna... Before... Oh, hang on. Yeah, if you play Star Fox for a little bit, you unlock this. That's what's happening. I'm not going to save scum it or anything, but I just wanted to ask actually, like, is there anything you do during that star thing to unlock something? See, that's why I paused it there in case I could rewind it and try that again. SNES Mario was sadistic. I'm going to quickly look this up to see if that's what I think it is. Oh, hang on. OBS, please. Please don't die on me. Yeah, sorry about that. I was trying to look something up on Google there, and suddenly my internet just went to shit. So I had to restart the router, and I think we're good to go now. Let me just quickly look that thing up. Hopefully without it going back to shit. I don't even know what was going on there, but... Shit happens. If you're wondering what this picture is about, just Google Vinesauce Verizon and you'll probably find the explanation for it. Right, so I was trying to say... Actually, I'm gonna look this up. Right, I'm not entirely sure what this is. Like, I can't seem to find the information immediately, so I'm going to ask you guys this. In Star Fox, like, I got to Venom there, and on the map there was like a twinkling star. Do you have to do something when you see that star to access a secret? Like, do you have to press a button combination or something? Or does it just do that because it just does that? Because I created a save point there in case I had to rewind and try something out. I was trying to Google it up and then suddenly the internet just tanked. So I'm about to resume in just a second. So yeah, I can't find that information offhand right now. I'll tell you what I'll do for now though. How do I copy? That's assuming that you can. I think you can copy saves, I'm not sure. I know you can move and delete, I don't know if you can copy a save. So you can have like multiple of the same save. I guess I could lock that and then make another save, I think. Oh, right. I'm not sure why you would lock it, I don't know what that purpose that serves. For now, I'm just going to continue this and then we'll look back at that, like after I'm done with this, whether I beat it or not. So yes, sorry about the issues there. I shouldn't have even bothered to do that. I don't know why.
Good luck.
I don't know why OBS hates me tonight. One thing that's kind of annoying is when you switch between perspectives you can't do anything, like you can't move. So you have to find out like a good moment to do that, otherwise you're going to get shot at. We're not quite at Venom yet, but we'll be there soon. Whoa, what was that? I saw a weird blue thing that looked like a frog. What was that? There we go. Managed to get a little bit of health back. So how are you guys doing tonight? Did anyone else get a SNES Classic, or were they trying to get one? Ah. No. I think I remember this boss giving me a hard time. I vaguely remember a non-android head-like thing that I remember struggling against when I played this. Like I said, you're a sitting duck when you switch perspectives. The fucking game switches back to it when you're using a new life. So how's Lawbreakers then? It kinda sucks to see that Lawbreakers is not doing so well right now. Hopefully the free weekend is going to generate some sales for it. Oh, fuck! Was I supposed to destroy that, or was I supposed to avoid that? I didn't realise that was a one-hit kill. I didn't even know it was coming for me, I was trying to shoot the head. Fucking... Yeah, this might take a few playthroughs to actually get through this. Everything up to this point has been fine. This is where it actually gets really hard. And we're not even on Venom's surface yet because there's still that. Yeah, that blue thing that comes out of that looks like a frog. Like, is that the fucking pilot that just, like, floats in space? Is that what's going on? Okay, I think I'm supposed to avoid it. Jesus. Is that my last life? Yeah, that's my last life. Game over, Return of Ganon. It looks like a Return of Ganon screen, doesn't it?
Let's go.
I don't actually remember there being a continue screen for this. I thought I would go back to the start. No, let's try that again. Do you know what's kind of funny? It's that planet zoom when you see it like rotating while it's zooming in. I remember playing this on an emulator once and that zoom in effect actually goes really fast. So I think the SNES is underclocked to the point where it can't do that quickly, but when you play it on certain emulators it'll just go smooth.
Good luck.
So it's kind of funny how like the Super FX chip itself, they like kept the thing underclocked so that it doesn't do that animation smoothly. Like, because when it gets bigger it starts to move slower and slower. Oh fuck, Falco's down. I mean, that's good. That's good, right? Won't have him fucking talking trash to me while I'm trying to do things.
Oh gee, I've been saved by Fox. How swell.
Like, Falco's not as annoying as Slippy, but he's goddamn aggravating. Like, he's a very... Again, I guess that's just his character, he's just meant to be a very abrasive, like... A very abrasive type of character, I guess. Doesn't mean I'm gonna like him for it. Oh shit. Don't you hate it when you barrel roll one way just as something appears and you miss your chance to grab it? Yeah, that just happened. The voice acting is a good example of this. They don't even finish before you leave the tunnel. Yeah, that's true. I think that's true. I think I remember that actually, the way it desyncs with the rest of it. Apparently the Super FX emulation, like in everyday emulators you get on the PC and shit, I think the Super FX emulation is not 100%, like it's fairly accurate, but there's like things missing, or it's not quite emulating it properly. So with that in mind, I'm wondering if people are going to reverse engineer the SNES Classic and find out, like, they'll look into the coding for Nintendo's emulation and find out exactly how they do it, and then sort of replicate that. That way we get like 100% Super FX emulation without any like little quirks, because that'd be pretty cool. Imagine it's only a matter of time before people actually start doing that. always wait till too late to do that. Hi, Zachary. Yeah, an option to not do that would be nice. I get that I'm in space and it looked cool to do in first person, but I would much rather the game not force that on me every time I lose a life. I would rather actually see where the ship is so that I can avoid incoming projectiles more accurately. Ah. Let's see if I can avoid this time. Oh! Fuck. I didn't know there was a spare missile coming my way. Hi, MSP. I think it is accurate. Most emulators just don't set a minimum clock for it, resulting in faster games. I mean, it's fairly accurate. It's just not like. I'm not sure of the specifics, but I did hear there's like, besides the clock speed, I think there's like underlying issues that you probably wouldn't even notice, but it's like it doesn't quite one-to-one emulate the Super FX in some sort of way. Again, I don't know the specifics, I just heard that this was a thing. I wonder if... See, I wonder if Argonauts, like the people who made the Super FX chip, are going to get royalties for this. Like, maybe that's why Star Fox... It took a while for Star Fox to actually come, like, to... For Star Fox to basically be sold again, because it wasn't on Virtual Console. I don't know how to avoid that. Now I remember why that boss gave me trouble. It's that fucking missile.
Let's go.
Let's go. I've got one more. Got one more continue. Do a battle. Is that advice, or are you just memeing?
Good luck.
Like, 'cause I've tried shooting at it, I've tried shooting a bomb at it, and I've tried, like, sort of swerving out of its way. I'm not quite sure how to bypass that. Unless I'm not shooting it in the right place, I thought it was. Maybe a boost when it gets close. Yes, I suppose swerving plus boosting might actually give me enough momentum to get out of the way. I'll try that next time. Oh! Couldn't get that ring. Or that one. I love that when you destroy certain ships, you see like I think it's like a blue frog that just like flies out of it. I never noticed that before. I don't remember seeing that when I played this many years ago. It's a nice little detail. It's a very morbid detail, but it's a nice detail nonetheless. Right, so far so good. Apparently the Super FX chip can run at 40 times... basically 40 times speed of the actual SNES CPU, which is pretty fast. Otherwise this game would be running at like 1 frame per second, if even that. I'm probably going to die here anyway, I've got next to nothing. Yeah. So yeah, as cool as the SNES Classic is, it is a shame that there's some games that didn't make the cut. Like, it's cool that Donkey Kong Country is on here, but why is Donkey Kong Country 2 not on there? Oh, rest in peace, Pepe. I used to get Pepe and Pepper mixed up because there's a character called General Pepper. So sometimes I would call Pepper Pepe and I would call Pepe Pepper. Oh fuck! Nope, that doesn't work. Do the bomb? I did do the bomb. It didn't work. Last life. Okay, that went much better that time. Do the bomb when the homing missile is coming. Oh, right, it just flies away. Yeah, because the last time that didn't happen. The last time I tried to shoot it with a bomb. Oh my god, I nearly... Last life, last continue. And now I'm gonna die in the next stage. I might restore from the save point just so I don't have to do the false few levels again, because these are quite easy by comparison. Everyone is dead. Yeah, this is Venom's surface. Is it kinda sad that I remember this music more from Smash Bros than I actually do from this game? Oh! I should have known that was gonna happen. Oh, I missed it. Oh my god, I made the mistake. The mistake has been made. Oh, this was familiar. Checkpoint is right there. I wasn't going to risk picking that health up because I was going to miss the... I was probably going to miss the checkpoint if I tried to go for the health next to it. I don't remember what the boss is. I'm pretty sure there's another boss before you get to Andros. Oh, here we go. Oh fuck, it's this dude again? Fuck off. That's the bottom one. Is that it? Oh no, second phase. I notice his health is not all the way down. Now this part I remember, like when I was younger, that I could never get past this part. Like this was as far as I got. Let's see if I can get further. Doesn't help that his health bar is much larger this time around. Shit. Like I said, I've never beaten this game. Like this was the furthest point I got, and I remember getting a game over here many times. I remembered that head thing, but then when I saw this form, I was like, oh yeah, this was the threshold where I was like, I couldn't get further. His projectiles aren't difficult to avoid, but I bet as he's nearing death, he's going to change tactics and it's going to get or he could just throw his fucking leg at me. Yeah. That was my last life. I think I'm just going to restore that save point so I don't have to do that whole thing again. Is that my last continue, or was there one more? Nope, that was the last continue. Yep, I'm dead.
Good luck.
I'm just going to continue from Venom. I'm not going to do the entire game again. Like I said, the levels before this are actually not too bad. I pretty much got through the whole game without dying. Now that I know what to do to avoid that missile though, so we can we'll have many tries at the second part. So I'm looking forward to playing Star Fox 2. Like, I did play the beta ROM, like the beta ROM that's been floating around for years. I played that a long time ago, and I remember enjoying that. So I'm wondering what the differences are going to be between... Because it wasn't quite the final version, but it was like a late beta, so there was some unfinished things, but it was mostly complete. Like, it was complete to the point where you could play the whole game and beat it. But then it was missing some features and it was buggy, like it would crash. It would either crash the game itself or it would crash the emulator it was running on. Like, I remember that. Like, one boss in particular, inside a building, like it's inside like a building that you have to destroy the boss as a chicken walker thing. And sometimes during the cutscene of you escaping that building after defeating the boss, it would crash the emulator it was playing on. Like, I remember that happening a lot. And once in a while it would actually not do that and you could actually continue. Like, people fixed it up since then, but that was like one of the earliest forms of that beta build. Like, before people started like trying to fix the ROM to prevent issues like that from happening. It was either fixing the ROM or fixing the emulator so that it was more compatible with it. I don't know. Probably the latter, actually. Right, here we go, boss again. There we go. I've got the upgrade the lasers as well going into Venom's surface. Everyone's still alive. Falco's almost dead, but everyone's still alive. So yeah, as soon as I beat this, I'm just going to move straight on to Star Fox 2. Ah. Yep, Falco's gone. Every time I look at those rings with like the triangles around the edges, I think of Pilot Wings. Specifically the N64 version of Pilot Wings. Because they have the exact same rings. Nice. Double health. Well, double health pickup. I have no idea how I managed to avoid that and get the health along the way. Whatever, I'll take that. Oh yeah, fucking 5 frames per second. I don't really need to complain about the frame rate because I understand it. Like, it's an old game, it's excusable. It's just funny when you see it like really chug. Like, that's where you really start to notice it. completely forgot about that. There we go. If I die, I get all my bombs back, so... shit. At that point, I'll just unload the bombs if I have to. At least then I can do a good chunk of damage. Oh. Plus there's extra bombs along the way. Well, one extra bomb. Thankfully it's not that far from the boss, like that checkpoint. I think he keeps spawning at the bottom here, like this bottom corner. Yeah, the real one's always there it seems. Either that or I'm just getting good RNG and it keeps spawning at that one spot. Just by chance. Right, here we go. Full health, laser upgrade and 4 bombs. Yeah, those circular plasma things that they shoot, that does like the most damage. So it'd be best to avoid them. Oh shit. Nice. Yeah, I forgot he could throw his leg at you. Nice. This is it. I've never got this far before. I have seen the final boss in this game, but I've never actually gotten this far myself. Your foolish efforts are futile. I've been waiting for you, Star Fox. You know it's foolish to come against me. Now you will feel the true pain. Or whatever he says in Star Fox 64. Something like that. Your R-Wings have no chance against me. So yeah, if you've played Smash Bros, then you've probably seen this form of Andross. At least the ones that he shoots from his eyeballs can actually be destroyed. Oh, that's one eyeball down. Second form. Oh wait, you have to... Oh shit. I didn't realise I had a limited time there to take him down. I'm gonna get hit by one of these. Maybe not. This time I'm just gonna go whale on it. I don't know if you can hear me mashing that button. I think we got it. Is he dead? I think he's dead. Yeah, I've beaten it for the first time. Cube, yeah. Andros is really just a cube. What's up to check in? The actual Andros boss fight wasn't too bad actually, like it's difficult, but the boss that preceded it was much more challenging. Especially if you don't have like the extra firepower. There's voice acting at the end as well, isn't there? Let's listen. Because I've never beaten the game, but I think I've seen like a speedrun of it, so I have seen the ending to it. I think stage 3 was the best one. Total score. There you go. Be right back, gonna grab my camera, take a picture of that TV screen with the score on it and send it to Nintendo Power. Maybe I'll get featured in the high score section.
Come in, Cornelia. This is Cornelia. Pepper speaking. Congratulations on a job well done. Roger. I'm heading back to Cornelia.
Yeah, there it is. Don't know if you could hear that, it was a bit quiet, but I was able to make that out. So yeah, next time we'll check one of the other paths, level 2 path and then level 3 path. Like even fucking level 1 is fine, it's just when you get to Venom and you have to fight that head boss. Like the non-Andros head boss. I don't know why I keep thinking android. This is Cornelia, Pepper speaking. Congratulations on a job well done. Good luck. Pretty good game, overall. I wouldn't be sure if this game still holds the test of time, just because it's like obviously it's pushing the SNES to its limits to the point where it's obviously like really low frame rates and shit, but going back to the game, it's still fun to play, regardless of the technical limitations and like the obvious like issues. Like, it's something I enjoyed there for like the last hour or so that I played that. Yeah, there's that fucking head thing. I've seen many a fucking game over with that boss. Fantron is its name. Fuck you, Fantron. And then Andros himself. Weapon telekinesis size. I like how they actually go out of the way to give you a size definition for each boss. Like, see if they just, like, Nintendo don't have to do it themselves, they could just outsource the game to another company and just do like a complete remake where it's like 60 frames per second. That would be really cool. Maybe add a few new levels in just for added measure, just give us a little bit more. Maybe like a fourth path or something. But primarily just remake the game in the same graphical style but just with current tech. Make that like $10 and I would buy that instantly. I think Dylan Cuthberg, like the guy in the credits there, is the guy who's... Well, he's not the sole person, but I think he's one of the people who created the Super FX chip, or he's like one of the lead designers of the FX chip. I recently watched a video, like 2 days ago actually, or a day ago, about the history of the Super FX chip. Can't remember who made the video, I think it was... What was it? It was History Nerd, I think it was called, or something like that. Pretty informative video. Basically goes down the history of how the Super FX chip came to be, like what led, like the events that led up to Argonauts, like there is their Argonaut software. Basically the events that led up to Argonauts working with Nintendo to create the Super FX chip. So yeah, I would recommend checking that video out if you want to learn more. .3D classic Star Fox, yeah, that would be kinda cool. There we go. Average score 89%, that's not too bad. There we go, gonna send that score off to Nintendo Power, see if I get featured in their article for high scores.